Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? I'm back again. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mark, where I like talking all things music in my own personal series, Mark Under the Microscope, where I give you an inside look as to who I am as a person through inspirational and motivational vlogging. So if you like things like that, please remember to slash that like button and annihilate that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell. I drop videos like this every Monday and Friday and every day in between. And also, leave me comments down below. I love interacting with you guys. I also do subscriber requests, so huge shout out to my subscribers out there. I love you guys because without you, there would be no me and there would be no channel. But I think I've talked enough, so let's just jump straight into these videos. Let's go!
I knew you'd come. Somehow I just knew you'd find me. Not knowing where I was or when I was coming back sent you crazy. I kept my spies on you.
This is my story.
Oh, I love how this is starting off already.
Emergency operator, which service, please?
This is my story. Came from radio, it was late. Left the car, went straight to my gate. Head straight, didn't even look left. Got my key out, started hearing footsteps.
Hey.
Right over my shoulder, had to act fast, I can hear them getting closer. Trying to keep calm and put my key into the door. Thinking to myself, if I don't make it, then it's over. I don't know how I managed it. Ran into my mum's room panicking. Mum shouting at me, Carl, what's happening? Carl shouting at me, Carl, what's happening? How the hell did I get in this? Trying to hold the door, but it's coming off the hinges. Somebody wake me from this dream now. Then I hear a gunshot and my mum scream out. Somebody come and save the day. Somebody take this pain away. How can I ask God for help now? When I pray today. This is how my life ends. Nowhere to run, no place to hide in. Carl ran out of the room trying to fight them. 2 more gunshots, everything's silent. Mum ran downstairs, she's crying. And I can't move a muscle, but I'm trying. Praying for an ambulance, but I can't hear a siren. She said he's shot, I hope she's lying. I hear her shouting out for help, I think he's dying. I'm thinking why him, was it wrong place, wrong time? And I see him at the bottom of the stairs. Mum shaking while the neighbors trying to save him, heart racing, wishing I could disappear. And it should have been me, but it's him lying there. And I know it's unfair. I phoned Scank's phone, shook my whole body's in shock, I couldn't even shed a tear. Trapped in this nightmare, how did I get here? My story, all the pain, all the fears falling on me. All the blood, sweat and tears, but don't worry. Flashing lights in my...
I want to pause it real quickly because I quickly want to sit here and say that I love the way Krept and Cadet sit there and can be so content within their masculinity and so comfortable within their skin to be able to sit there and put themselves out there and so vulnerable and don't sit there and have to cave into like this toxic view of toxic masculinity and this hyper masculine image of what black men are supposed to be. I love how they could sit there and still be themselves, even though this isn't a Cadet song, but I'm thinking of Cadet because Krept is his cousin, and so I'm just putting both of them in here. So when I sit here and think about Krept and when I'm thinking about Cadet, I love how they sit here and they put their emotions on full display, and they're not ashamed or afraid to shy or shy away from sitting there showing their vulnerable side or their soft side or their sensitive side of things that can rattle your emotions, and just sit there and push the push the envelope or move the needle in certain directions, to sit there and get under your skin, to sit there and evoke some type of raw emotion to come from you, whether it's pain, despair, hurt, crying, sorrow. I love everything about the way that they sit here and choose to attack songs. Like, it's just so amazing and so so dope to watch. And let's just jump back into this. This is crazy. I love this song. I love the theme and everything about it.
I phone skanks, phone shook, my whole body's in shock. I couldn't even shed a tear. Trapped in this nightmare, how did I get here? My story, all the pain, all the fears falling on me. All the blood, sweat and tears, but don't worry. Flashing lights in my life, flash before me. This is my story, this is my story. Woke up to a ping on my BlackBerry. It was a message from Cone saying somebody tried to kill me and got my family. I rubbed my eyes, is this a dream or reality? Cone said, Krept, who the fuck was this mad at me? God, how we gonna solve this catastrophe? Then God gave us all this, it was a blessing from him, cause it stopped us from going getting reckless on it. Thinking to quit music, thinking to go and do something stupid, but things fell in place and started improving. That's why I say the music chose us, we didn't choose it.
Come on!
Mine Cone started from scratch. Feds took his house, money, clothes, he never had jack. Then I got a call from Vash. He told us the plan, so we got up in the lab. Then things started to pick up even more. Skepta hollered at me, said that we should come and talk. Skepta don't even realise what he did for us. Well, if you're listening, thank you for help fixing us. From the tour, all these shows started coming in. Back on our feet now, the money started flooding in. Invested in clothes, and money started doubling. Now so much was struggling. Watching Cones getting back up on his feet, thinking how's he coping, I couldn't if it was me. Now playing dirty's on the up, fucking up the streets. Every day a new city that we reach. But even though we turned around the mess, I'm sitting in my yard thinking that I could be next. Thinking, did I give anyone this address? That shit that happened to Cone still playing in my head. Thinking about the day it happened when I saw his mum, and she told me please look after my son. Not a single tear on her face showing, even though I know her heart's broken. Staying strong even though it's stressing, cause she lost her husband, and that be in a second. That's why the music is a must to us. Coney's gonna make it up to us. This is my story, all the pain.
And this is what I mean by why I sit here and like Krept and Konan, because it's just in the proof of this song. Like they write and speak with such distinction, and they speak from a raw and emotional place of things that affect them as men and black men of growing up in the hood, and just speaking, I feel like they speak for everyone who is disenfranchised and who comes from the streets, or just comes from just in general of somebody who had to sit there and struggle and just have to sit there and live that life of disenfranchisement of growing up in an inner city type of environment. It's just that they connect with so many people, and just to sit here and witness how they sit here and are able to sit there and put this on full display, it kind of has me lost for words, because it's like I feel like I'm not even listening to a rap song. I feel like I'm listening to like an audio book to music, if that sit here and makes sense. Or it seems like it's just like, I feel like it's poetry. That's what I feel like. I feel like this is just poetry, and they're just speaking from a place that is like, I'm just gonna let it all hang out and just like tell my story and just like get it off my chest, so it doesn't consume me, so it doesn't make me sick, so it doesn't make me hate the world, so it doesn't make me want to sit there and get revenge or plot revenge. It's like, I need to let this out. I need to let this anger out. I need to let everything out just so I can grow as an individual. I love everything about Krept and Konan and how they sit there and do that, how they can sit there and evoke that emotion. Everything about them is so amazing.
In my head, thinking about the day it happened when I saw his mum, and she told me please look after my son. Not a single tear on her face showing, even though I know her heart's broken. Staying strong even though it's stressing, cause she lost her husband, and that be in a second. That's why the music is a must to us. Coney's gonna make it up to us. This is my story, all the pain, all the fears falling on me. All the blood, sweat and tears, but don't worry. Flashing lights in my life, flash before me.
Wow, I love these lyrics.
This is my story. All the pain, all the fears falling on me. All the blood, sweat and tears, but don't worry. Flashing lights, see my life flash before me. This is my story. This is my story. You know about payday? You know about Krept and Konan?
Wow. Wow, amazing. R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay, so I quickly want to talk about Krept and Konan with My Story. And I love this track. I thought it was so dope and so creatively done and so masterfully done. The way that they sat here and expressed this track and this song in general. They basically remind me of me in the sense of two black men who are not scared to express and put themselves in the public eye and sit there and relate their story and put it for everyone to judge. That takes courage. That takes somebody who's basically comfortable within what they've been through and content and have grown from it and seen a lot and sat there and moved on from that and sat there and to sit there and put yourself on full display for the world to judge is so courageous. And that's why I feel like I love Krept, Konan, and then I also love Cadet, because I feel like they are three black men who sit there and sit there and just tell their story, and they're like, either you're gonna hate it or love it and you're gonna judge me, but it's like, this is my story. Like, you can't judge my story for something that I had to live. And I like that they sit there and they're so unapologetic about that. I love how they sit there and they're so confident and content within their story, where it's like, it's almost like they were groomed for this. Like it's like some people, you know, like for me personally, like from the life that I had to go through, I had to sit there and learn how to sit there and be to be able to be more comfortable with sharing my story, and to be able to sit there and not feel like and let other people's words affect me. But I feel like when I'm listening to Krept and Konan, and then even when I sit there and listen to Cadet, if I could bring him back into this video, I feel like they just get it. Like something clicks, like a light bulb just pops up in their head, like they were born with this innate ability to be confident and congruent within their struggle, and to let the world know, like, yeah, I've been through this, but that doesn't define who I am as a man. It doesn't define me as a black man. It doesn't define it doesn't take away from my masculinity. It doesn't me sitting here being vulnerable and showing emotion doesn't take away from my masculinity. It doesn't, I mean, I can still be sensitive and express this pain and this hurt and let people in. I don't have to sit there and always be defensive and sit there and not let people in, to sit there and be able to sit there and see what it is I'm going through. Because oftentimes as black men, we are made to sit there and internalize, we are groomed to internalize a lot of the things that affect us as men, that anything that's seen as weak, and if we sit there and express those emotions, we are considered weak. And I love that Krept and Konan are not allowing that, and they're pushing the envelope and moving the needle in a different direction. That's like, yo, wait a minute, I'm still a man and I can still be a man by telling my story and being comfortable and content in my story, and letting people know that, yeah, I've been through a lot of struggles, heartaches, and pain, but that doesn't define who I am as a man. And I'm gonna let it be known, and I'm gonna sit there and build off of this, and I'm gonna sit there and grow from it, and I'm gonna sit there and hopefully somebody learns from it, and they don't sit there and have to be subjected to hurt and pain like I had to. I love it. I thought they did an absolutely phenomenal job with this. I don't know what else to sit here and say, but this was genius. This was genius. This was poetry. This was a story. Like they said, my story, no pun intended. But this is two men who are deep rooted in their convictions and comfortable with and confident within themselves, and they put their world on full display. And who am I to judge for them sitting there speaking their real life issues and letting it be known? Like, I love it, I love it, I love it, because they relate to me as a black man who has been through struggles and had to sit there and constantly have to navigate through life and navigate through this world. And they're very good role models for me to sit there and look up to and just be like, hats off. They are so dope. So with that being said, please let me know what you thought of Krept and Konan with my story in the comments below. I'm not rating this because, like I always say, you can't rate artistic genius, and this was an artistic piece of work. I love the story behind it. I love what they were sitting there portraying, and I thought it was super dope and super creative. So with that being said, please remember to be safe out there. Remember to stay awesome, be awesome, because you guys are all awesome. This is your boy Mark, and I'm signing off. Deuces. Peace.
They need rappers like me. They need rappers like me, so they can get on their fucking keyboards and make me the bad guy, Chung Lee. Hey, yo,